Page 24, Tarantella, or the Tarantella or some such thing. Usually involves a lot of fast-moving notes. This is a fun little piece, but it's got some neat things in it, and I like to point out some subtleties. It's 6/8 time. We're in the key of D minor. It changes keys part way. We go into D major after a while, but D minor, they can do that now. At the beginning, these eighth notes, the fingering is just using 3 fingers. It's fine, but this is a quick piece. Tarantellas are usually pretty fast. The problem is you have to take it at your speed, not somebody else's. You're fast. And these eighth notes have to be even and controlled. Don't get them so fast where it's just bad. Even and controlled. And if that's your fast, close enough. And that's what we're after here. Now, the dynamics are you're swelling up and coming back down. Try and do that, because that's sforzando there. It really is sforzando. Many times isn't just a strong accent. It's where you really kind of lunge into the notes. You just almost linger on it for a bit. It's just really bring it out. I have a little problem with my left hand. I have that shake, and so when I play things like this, the left hand doesn't want to do it anymore. I have to work a little extra to get that to go. Let's move down to the at the reverse. You see the fermata and the reverse repeat sign. It's around measure 8. You see, measure 8 is split. The reverse repeat sign's in the middle of it, because when we start the actual piece, this first part is introduction. There's a pickup to the actual piece. So they've split this measure 8. So when we actually start with, to me that's measure 9. If you've measured or numbered your measures, that's what I'm referring to as measure 9. And here, the trick is here in the left hand, try and connect these. People will play these with the same way as they're playing them over in measure 37 and so forth. They play it with a rest. That's not what's written. So play these little, we don't want everything the same. There's contrast built into the music here. Let's take advantage of it. So here, connect these. So this part is soft. The left has to be very soft. Now some editions give a crescendo here, like a swell in that. You really have to feel that. If you feel a swell, put it in. If you don't feel it, leave it out. So. Now you repeat that. Now if you do repeat it to the reverse repeat sign, I recommend you play that lone A with second finger and then second, because you're here, or you can actually use thumb. It doesn't matter. You don't need to use third finger. So it's here. I mean, the fingering's up to you. It's just, you don't have to use third finger on that when you repeat it. You can use 2 or 1 or whatever works for you. Now let's go on down to measure 17 or so. This is after the 2 repeat signs back to back. And we're here. Now remember, connect this left hand. Now watch this fingering in the right hand. 5, so it's 4, 5, 3. That's typical, and you need to be able to do that. So, yeah, use the fingering in this, at least this edition, it works. Huh. Now, this grace note, real quick. I do it on the beat. I mean, it happens so fast you can't tell exactly, but and then we go back to our. Now it's loud. You have to be careful there, because when you start playing loud and fast, it doesn't work very well. So don't get carried away with loud here. measure 30. Here, you can use their finger in the book, and that's the fingering in this edition. It's a 3-2, or I like to use a 1-1-2. So rather than a 3-2, I just use a 1 on that. That's fine. Whatever fingering works for you, go for it. So starting with measure 30, it's here. Okay, now let's go on. Key change, now we go into D major. Now this is contrast. This left hand is not connected anymore. Now we have our 8th wrist. Same as the right hand. You have these little wedges here. I don't know if they're really intended to be wedges or just staccatos, because a lot of times the two cymbals back when this composer was alive and well, they were interchanged and they were confused, and the publisher or the composer would put down one thing and the editor or the people doing the music would put down something else. So a lot of times when a composer would want to put in a staccato, that dot, they would accidentally put in a line. So the dots turned into lines and who knows what. So I don't really know if these are marcato marks or just staccatos. In my mind, they're staccatos because it's soft at the beginning. What's the point in a marcato if you're going to play soft? I don't know. But I would I just play them staccatos. Just separate them. And you crescendo up to a sforzando. And that's the right hand we're talking about. Keep the left hand out of the way. Soft. Now these little grace notes, different people will play these differently. Some people play it before the beat, and there's 2-3 on these. Right? I play them on the beat. Like so. On measure 44, this is slurred, but the left hand isn't. Now, you also have leggero there on measure 45. Don't know why exactly, but you do. Okay. It's just a bouncy part. This is in contrast to what we had before and what comes after on this part. That's not so bouncy there, but this is. And that little inverted mordant, I do a 2-4-3. That's how I do most of my. You get into the habit of fingering things, so I just do a 2-4-3. You can do a 1-2, 1-3-2. They're different fingerings you can use. It's up to you. Pick one. Actually, you should practice several fingerings and get fairly good at them. Just your speed, not my speed. I mean, it doesn't have to go that fast. Don't turn them into triplets. No, it's quickly. And then you're going to crescendo up. And then come down soft. It's like a playful here. Hey. And then after the repeats and all that goes on, at the end of measure 50, the pickup to measure 50, you're back to your main theme again, and they sound loud. I don't know about loud, but yeah. But you're back to trying to connect the chords in the left hand. Let's go on past the two endings there on measures 57, 58. Second ending. Crescendo. Watch the G sharps. Now you have a diminuendo e poco ritenuto. Slow down a little bit. You're actually loud here, more or less, and then you're going to start getting soft. And then the last two measures, all tempo means fast again and loud. Not short, but separated. That's my impression of this piece. There's recordings of this. You'll find different speeds. Again, it has to be accurate and controlled, so it has to be your speed, not somebody else's speed. So you decide how you want your tarantula to run around.